look at the hollow body with the star inside. One hand pointing to the sky, the other down to Earth.
And just beneath that, look at that is a gray alien.
That triangular head,
That
very
is
strange.
That is.
You have all kinds of different types of figures, different representations of gods.
The topic of aliens and UFOs have always been a favorite, as many people try to figure out what's beyond the stars and skies. Arizona is well known as the American hotspot for UFO sightings, with different reports dating back decades.
Bro, come outside. There's a fucking saucer outside, bro. Alien. Come outside right now, bro.
The wide open skies, military activity, and proximity to desert landscapes make it a prime area for extraterrestrial phenomena. Recently, they discovered a UFO hint in Arizona, and other sightings from the past and present are coming together.
The time is about 10 o'clock, Sue?
Yes.
10 o'clock, March 13th, Thursday night.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the UFO craft that disappeared into a mysterious portal. Let's dive into these discoveries. Secret alien messages. Spotted in Arizona. They recently discovered a UFO hint in a ranch in Arizona. At Rock Art Ranch in Winslow, Arizona, which is a remote site rich with ancient petroglyphs, researchers and theories revealed that they might have found secret messages left behind by extraterrestrial beings. In July 2021, two researchers who are known for their work on ancient alien theories, Giorgio Tsoukalos and William Henry, visited an Arizona ranch along with Navajo elder John Dover. There, they discovered a series of carvings that were etched into canyon walls. The images, mysterious and symbolic, are said to tell a story that may go far beyond our earthly history. One of the striking petroglyphs is a hollow-bodied figure that was adorned with a prominent star symbol. Researchers have interpreted this figure as a representative of both the Earth and the stars, potentially a gray alien known for its triangular-shaped head. This carving in the walls might be a potential nod to aliens that go across the realms, both physical and cosmic. It suggests that the carver was trying to portray a visitor from another world, or maybe it was the visitor that carved it. On the same wall with the rock face, there were symbols resembling strands of DNA and depictions of flowing or vibrating cloaks. These symbols are connected to the Anunnaki, deities from Sumerian mythology that are believed to have shared advanced knowledge with ancient civilizations. These symbols suggest that the carvers of the petroglyphs might have been trying to record a moment when they contacted aliens or got messages from extraterrestrial beings. The carvings include different beings, including giants, little people, and three-fingered humanoids. It suggests that these diverse entities and beings might have gathered together in the same place once, or communicated despite being from different worlds. Interestingly, some of these carvings have horns or radiant outlines, and are similar to carvings found in places like Sego Canyon in Utah and Val Camonica in Italy. It was an interesting finding which seems to indicate a shared point of origin between humans and aliens. There's the possibility that ancient cultures in these places may have learned from the aliens, which the Navajo call star people. Researchers Tsoukalos and Henry didn't dismiss these petroglyphs as myth or art, but believe that they are historical records instead. They suggest that the carvings are messages left by early humans to preserve some secrets of the past and truths of their experiences. The carvings suggest that the Navajo stories of the star people, which have been discovered in Arizona caves, might be grounded in real encounters with extraterrestrial intelligence. That means that Rock Art Ranch might not be just an archaeological site, but a cosmic archive. The Phoenix Lights. The secret alien messages discovered in an Arizonan ranch isn't the end of it. Arizona has a creepy history of UFO hints, starting with the Phoenix Lights. On the evening of March 13th, 1997, thousands of Arizonans witnessed a phenomenon that would become one of the most significant mass UFO sightings in U.S. history. The Phoenix Lights. Spanning approximately 300 miles from the Nevada border through Phoenix to the edge of Tucson, the event unfolded in two distinct phases over a 3-hour period. The first phase started in the evening, when multiple witnesses revealed that they saw a massive V-shaped formation of lights moving silently across the sky. Some called the object a carpenter's square-shaped UFO that contains 5 spherical lights, which seemed to be as large as multiple football fields. At that time, actor Kurt Russell was piloting a private aircraft. The credibility of the Arizonan sighting came when he also reported the sighting to air traffic control. Then, about an hour later, the formation passed over Glendale, Arizona at a high altitude before being covered up by thin clouds. Then the second phase happened around 10 p.m., when a series of stationary, glowing orbs appeared over the Phoenix area. These lights hovered in the sky before they gradually disappeared, leading to a lot of speculation. There were a lot of photographs and videos that captured the event. The military was also involved in these sightings, as they first stated that they dropped flares during the training exercises at the Barry M. Goldwater Air Force Range by A-10 aircraft from the Maryland Air National Guard. They claimed that these flares created the illusion of hovering lights with their slow descent and the atmospheric conditions. However, many witnesses, including then-Governor Fife Symington, expressed skepticism about this explanation. Symington, a trained pilot, later revealed that he had witnessed the event firsthand and described the object as enormous and inexplicable, and also added that it was bigger than anything that I've ever seen. He argued that they maintained a consistent geometric shape, which he argued could not have been produced by flares. Snowflake Abduction. Another shocking UFO hint in Arizona was reported in 1975 in the dense forests near Snowflake, Arizona. 22-year-old logger Travis Walton experienced an event that became one of the most debated yet interesting UFO abduction cases in history. While going home from work with 6 co-workers, the group found themselves face-to-face with a glowing disc-shaped object that was hovering above the ground. Walton approached the craft and a beam of light struck him, throwing him backward. His co-workers ran away in fear, and when they returned, Walton was gone. It led to a massive search coordinated by law enforcement and volunteers, but they couldn't find Walton anywhere. Many thought that there was foul play involved, so his co-workers were investigated by the police. They underwent polygraph tests, and surprisingly, it indicated that they were not lying about what they had seen. Walton returned 5 days later, disoriented and dehydrated near Haber, Arizona. According to him, he woke up in a metallic room surrounded by small humanoid beings with large eyes and bald heads. He tried to escape, but he was subdued by the strange beings. Eventually, he met human-like figures that placed a mask over his face, causing him to become unconscious. The next thing he remembered was walking along a highway, and he watched the craft depart. As you can imagine, his story gathered a lot of media attention and divided opinions. Some skeptics questioned the truth in his claims, suggesting that he was hallucinating or trying to make money. And the supporters claimed that the fact that there were witnesses with consistent statements and passed polygraph tests was proof of authenticity. 3 years later, Walton published a book titled The Walton Experience, which explained an account of what he saw. This book served as the basis for the 1993 film called Fire in the Sky. He remained truthful of his experience in interviews and conferences over the years. The Snowflake Abduction case remains one of the most interesting and compelling UFO sightings in Arizona, adding to the belief that there's significant UFO activity in this state. Sedona Sightings, Sedona, Arizona, might be a beautiful place with stunning red rock landscapes, but that's not all that it's known for. This region has unique geological formations, spiritual vortexes, and energy centers, which boost its reputation as a hotspot for UFO sightings in Arizona. Till today, people continue to spot UFOs in Sedona, improving its position in the UFO community. For instance, on December 9, 2024, a visitor captured a brief, high-speed object during a sunset time-lapse from a hotel balcony. He described the object as bright, disc-shaped light, approximately 50 feet in diameter, and it moved faster than the speed of sound. It also had features that were not typical of a conventional aircraft. Locals and tourists have reported seeing fast-moving lights, hovering crafts, and unexplained pulsing energy in the skies. So far, it has recorded 89 reported sightings, the same number with surprise, Arizona. This places it within the top 10 cities in Arizona for UFO sightings. Because of how popular Sedona is for UFO sightings, it has led to a surprising UFO tourism industry. Many tourists and visitors go on guided night tours with military-grade night vision goggles to observe the skies and the environment with enhanced clarity. These tours often coincide with anecdotal reports of mysterious lights and formations in the sky, making others more interested. If you're in Arizona, Sedona isn't the only place where you can view UFO sightings. Prescott Valley is another place where UFO hints have been discovered in Arizona. Prescott Valley sightings. Prescott Valley, Arizona has always been a focal point for UFO enthusiasts, with many reports of unexpected sightings and aerial phenomena over the decades. The region has clear skies and low light pollution, but surprisingly, this makes it easy for the residents to sight some interesting UFOs. One of the most notable sightings in the region occurred on February 4th, 2000, when two observers stated that they saw a series of amber-colored lights in the sky. Initially aligned vertically, the lights then changed into a triangular formation, and there was an additional light positioned to the right. The formation moved together in the sky before the lights eventually separated from each other and vanished one by one. Interestingly, the observers noticed that there was an aircraft close to the lights during the sighting, adding to the mystery of the sighting. Before this sighting, in August 1970, Prescott Valley experienced different UFO sightings, including reports of cylindrical objects that were marked with large X symbols on their undersides. Some witnesses described the objects as moving slowly across the sky and towards Mingus Mountain. In one account, a family of witnesses observed that the cylinders were traveling at approximately 20 miles per hour, with two of their children also witnessing the event. For an entire family to see the same thing, it added credibility to the sighting. The family said that they were skeptical, adding that they would have never believed in a UFO until now. Ever! During the Phoenix Light incident in 1997, Prescott Valley was also involved. Residents also spotted V-shaped formations of lights moving across the sky in Prescott Valley, too. The formation was described as massive, blocking out stars as it passed overhead. Witnesses also noticed that the lights were moving steadily, and there was no sound, which meant that it was not a normal aircraft. This caused them to believe that they were observing a single, solid object instead of a separate aircraft. This makes Prescott Valley a top hotspot for UFO activity in Arizona. In fact, till today, the National UFO Reporting Center is still receiving accounts from the area. It shows that the residents are still interested and vigilant after all the reported sightings. Some skeptics are still attributing these UFO sightings to military exercises, misidentified conventional aircraft, and atmospheric phenomena. But it's hard to believe them when you look at how consistent and detailed the UFO reports in Prescott Valley and other aspects of Arizona are. Luke Air Force Base sightings. Luke Air Force Base is located in Glendale, Arizona, and has been a major point for multiple UFO sightings and incidents. The base has been involved in Arizonan UFO sightings since the Phoenix Lights incident. It was the Luke AFB that claimed that their flares dropped during training exercises at the Barry M. Goldwater Range. But this was a skeptical explanation which many didn't accept, including Governor Fife Symington. In the years after Phoenix Lights, Luke AFB was connected to different UFO sightings. In 2007, the lights observed over Phoenix were again attributed to flares dropped by F-16 aircraft from Luke AFB during training exercises. But it's hard to believe when they keep on using the same excuse to cover up UFO sightings. For instance, a report from the National UFO Reporting Center recorded an event where a truck driver saw two amber-colored UFOs near the Air Force Base. The driver saw two F-16 jets from the Luke AFB approach the UFOs, and then they ascended rapidly and disappeared, which might mean that they engaged with the UFOs. The jets flew directly through the space where the UFOs had been. A ground crew member later confirmed the incident later, noting that one pilot was visibly shaken after he landed. It was clear that he had seen something extraterrestrial, although it was never revealed what he saw. As Arizona is one of the top states for UFO sightings in the U.S., it's interesting to note that the Luke AFB is close to many areas with high sighting frequencies, like Phoenix and Prescott Valley. This has placed it at the center of UFO sightings. The U.S. also established the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office under the U.S. Department of Defense in 2022, which aims to investigate UFO sightings. They have investigated many sightings near Luke AFB and other military installations in Arizona, but the fact that many UFO sightings occur around the Luke Air Force Base shows that there might be a connection between military bases and activities, and alien activities. It's almost like the aliens are trying to learn about Earth's military and technology. Luke Air Force Base remains a major point of interest for UFO sightings. UFO craft disappears. Into portal UFO sightings in Arizona are becoming more and more bizarre, and this recent video that emerged left enthusiasts and researchers shocked. Recorded on March 19, 2018, this video captured a luminous, disc-shaped object that was obviously a UFO. It was hovering in the sky near the mountains and then suddenly vanished into a portal which looked like a swirling vortex. This suggested a possible interdimensional event. It seemed like the UFO had appeared on Earth before disappearing to another unknown location through the portal. Some have questioned the authenticity and origin of the video, speculating that it could be fake. But others continue to believe in this shocking sighting, especially since there have been similar sightings of UFOs appearing and then disappearing, sometimes through portals, globally. Aside from in Arizona, another sighting occurred in Alexandria, Louisiana. A couple had observed that there was a white, donut-shaped cloud in the sky, and out of it came a translucent, oval-shaped object surrounded by lights. Shockingly, the object hovered for a while, and then disappeared, leaving many witnesses surprised. In another similar case, witnesses emerged with diverse footage of UFOs, which were swarming and buzzing over Area 51 and other military sites before disappearing. One of these was a big fireball in a cube, which was found over Area 51. They have spotted these mysterious UFOs over 100 times, and they always end up disappearing, bringing up questions about where they went. Around the world, weird UFOs have also been spotted floating over roofs before disappearing. One of these was called the jellyfish UFO and was sighted in Iraq, bringing up more questions about where these UFOs come from and where they go afterwards. Meanwhile, the Pentagon has released many UFO videos, showing that Arizona is not the on-doubt-eye place that is buzzing with alien activity and secret alien messages. This proves that extraterrestrial life is real, but that's all that we know. Where they come from, where they go to, and why they come to Earth in the first place. The strange UFO alien craft that disappeared into portal footage in March 2018 reminds us of a 16th century painting from a Romanian monastery, which illustrated a saucer emerging from a funnel-like cloud formation. It seems like they had been spotting UFOs for a long time. What's more, in Yakutia, Russia, and other parts of North America, witnesses have described UFOs which ascended into formations and then disappeared. This suggests the possibility of portals and interdimensional gateways, just like is seen in this video. Mainstream science is still skeptical about the UFO that disappeared into a portal and other similar sightings. They claim that these are optical illusions and atmospheric anomalies, but the fact that sightings like these are frequent and consistent fuels more speculation. After the U.S. Department of Defense acknowledged the existence of these UFOs, it's easy to believe in the beyond and interdimensional portals. High rate of UFO sightings in Arizona. Arizona continues to rank high among the top U.S. states for UFO sightings, as there are nearly 5,000 reports logged since 1946. This makes it 7th nationally among other American states. Maricopa County, which includes Phoenix, home to the Phoenix Lights, recorded about 56 sightings per 100,000 residents between 2000 and 2023. This was more than the national average of 34.3 sightings per 100,000 residents. Other regions even have higher rates of mysterious UFO sightings. There are several factors that contribute to Arizona's high frequency of UFO reports that we know of. The state has clear desert skies and low light pollution, making it easy for skywatching. What's more, Arizona is close to military installations like Luke Air Force Base, which has also led to some mistaken sightings of experimental aircraft and training exercises. But there's no telling the reasons from the side of the aliens and UFOs that continue to appear in Arizona. Since the Phoenix Lights, many have been interested in UFOs and continue to look out for more happenings. But they don't have to look far, as more things continue to happen that cannot be explained. Scientists have discovered a UFO hint in Arizona, starting with the strange alien messages discovered in a ranch in the state. These seem to be messages between humans and aliens, and some of these carvings and petroglyphs have shown that these were made at a time when humans and other beings came together. This comes after many other sightings in Arizona, including a shocking craft that disappeared into a portal. Do you believe these are signs of aliens, or are you one of the skeptics? Let's know your thoughts in the comments.